We all have a place where we hide something. Some of us have a letterbox. Someone has a hard drive. My mom had a closet, but it wasn't just any closet. In there, between the 80s dress and the box of buttons, lived something more. It held her fears, her faith, and her money. Until one day, something happened. Something I still can't explain. We lived in an old house where the floorboards creaked and the walls seemed to breathe. The closet in my mom's bedroom was a huge antique from my grandmother. It always smelled a little of incense, old magazines, and something else. Mom called it our bank, but she said it almost in a whisper. She never opened it in front of strangers, and she wouldn't let me go in there without her. It's not just money in there. There's order in there, she'd say. And indeed, everything was laid out strictly. Bills in even amounts, separate envelopes, for life, for death, for the future, and one more, without a signature. That envelope was black. I once asked what it was. Mom replied, "It's for when things go wrong." It was August 1998. Mom started acting strange. She would get up at night, go to the closet, pull out money, and count it. More than once. Many times. Like she was afraid it would disappear. One day I woke up and saw her talking to him. Not to the money, to the closet, whispering, "You always protected me." I remember that line. And then it started. First, her savings burned up. In front of my eyes. Literally. The bills started turning dark, like they were covered in ash. We thought it was mold. Or water. But the bills didn't smell like anything. They just started disappearing. And every day, Mom got quieter and quieter. It was like she was fading away with them. One evening, when the dollar exchange rate soared beyond all predictions, my mother quietly approached me. "It's time to open the black envelope." I sat down next to her. She unfolded it, with trembling hands. There was no money in there, just a note. Strange handwriting, not Mom's. "If you're reading this, the closet won't protect you anymore. Learn to protect yourself on your own." I looked up. "Who wrote this?" She shook her head. "I don't know." That night, the closet opened on its own. No one had touched it, but the doors opened with a thud, heavy. It was empty inside. All the money gone, even the old box of buttons. After that, my mom stopped saving. She sold the old closet. She said it had done its job. I started learning about finance, blindly through books and forums. I wanted to know what was stronger than the closet. I realized that real security isn't in the lock or the bills. It's about knowledge, in understanding how interest, investments, and inflation work. And most importantly, the ability to embrace uncertainty, not hide from it. 10 years later, I bought my first apartment. And one night, I got a call from an antique shop. "We have a closet in your mother's name." Someone brought it in and left it with a note that said, "Let her return to her own. Would you like to take it?"
I drove over.
The cabinet stood against the wall, silent, empty. But when I touched the knob, it felt like there was something inside. I opened the door. On the floor was a single envelope. It was white. Inside, 5,000 rubles. A fresh bill, with a handwritten inscription. "For a new beginning. Just don't put it here." I don't know what it was. Mysticism? A hallucination? Or just a weird subconscious game? But now I know for sure. The closet was not a place. It was a symbol of fear, of trying to control everything. Today, my money lives in systems that I understand. I learn, I invest, I insure, I plan. But every time I get scared, I remember that closet and that sign. Don't put them in here. This was a story about a closet, a mom, and how fear can masquerade as safety. And if you're still hiding money under your pillow, it's time to come out of the closet.